And what is up, guys? How's it going? Today we're going to be playing Transformers War for Cybertron. In this video I will go over how to download my DLC Characters mod for Transformers War for Cybertron, and I'll also showcase every DLC character very shortly in the campaign. So let's get on with it. So first I'll go to Exit Game. And here we are. So first you're going to want to go to Nexus Mods and download my Transformers War for Cybertron PC All DLC Characters and Campaign. First you're going to want to download that mod. You can download it by going here to Files and going to this and clicking on this arrow and going to Manual Download. That's how you'll download the mod. Now, one thing I also want to get out of the way, this mod does not require TFC installer or anything like that. This mod is purely made from these files right here. This README file, which is contained in the mod, basically goes over everything you need to know on how to install the mod, to which Decepticons are replaced by the DLC characters, and which Autobots are also replaced by the DLC characters. And there are also bindings that I included, such as the FreeCam mod, the God mode, and the Disable HUD mod, or the Toggle HUD binding. And there are a few bugs which are stated down here. The DLC characters do not show up in the in-game cutscenes. The DLC characters can sometimes softlock parts of some levels. If this happens, simply quit out of set level and load the next checkpoint after it. Okay, so we'll go step by step. So I'll go step by step on how to install the DLC characters mod. Let's get on with it. First I need to explain something. This mod is not made with UPK Explorer and does not require TFC installer, as I have said before. So yeah, it's purely made from the coalesced and the DLC map files folder, and also the DLC folder. And basically the instructions are all in the README file, so it should be pretty simple to install. So let's get on with it. Let's see what the first step is. So to get this mod working in the campaign, you first have to copy the DLC folder, which is this folder up here, and paste it into the main game directory. And here you also have the location. So basically we'll do that. So basically select the DLC folder, and you can do Control-C, or you can go right-click and copy it. Whatever way it works. So basically I'll go to my binaries folder and go to the main game directory. The main game directory is basically the folder which contains the binaries and the transgame folder. So you basically want to paste the DLC folder right here. And that's all set. So now we'll go back to the README folder, and here the next step is, after that, copy and paste the coalesced file into the Transformers War for Cybertron. Okay, so this is basically the game location, not the game location, but the file location of the coalesced. One thing I also want to get out of the way: you need to back up your game, like your game files. If you didn't back them up, I recommend that you back them up, because this mod, once we get to a certain step in installing this mod in the game, it will ask you to replace some files, and if you don't want to lose those, I recommend just backing up the files the game files that you have. Okay, so now we need to replace the cola set. So basically, go back to here, and the cola set is right here. So I'll basically select it, and you can go copy right here, or you can also do Control C. So then we can go back to the game files and go to transgame, config, PC, cooked. And here will be the default cola set. Now, if you already backed up your files, then you should be all right, and you should not be scared of losing this cola set. But if you didn't, first back up the files, and then you can install the mod. Just so that you do not lose any game files. So basically go to paste, and if you backed up the files, you should just click replace the file in the destinations. So just click that, and here we have the new cola set. So there it is, and this cola set here basically does everything in the mod. It sets the bindings, it sets character data, changes models, everything. So yeah, the cola set is really like important. And one thing as well in the DLC folder, DLC maps too, the trans engine file. The trans engine file basically is a file that loads specific packages. I'll get to that in a minute. Just this UI party lobby file is here just to load in the DLC characters or their 3D models, but the trans engine file basically loads in specific packages. So these are like names of the chapters or the levels, and basically I added here the package files that I need, and these packages are entered into the file, and now the file will work properly if we install the mod properly. Now, of course, we did not finish the installation, so once we have added the cola set and the DLC folder, we're going to go back to our README file. That is required to load the DLC characters in the campaign. Yeah, so it also gives you an explanation. I also wrote the explanation for why to do that. Okay, so to get there, textures working, copy and paste everything from the DLC map files folder and basically this is the game location. So yeah, basically we're gonna want to go into our mod files and go into the DLC map files folder, and here we have all of these files are vanilla PS3 files that load the textures load the DLC textures into the campaign and into the game. So yeah, so what you're gonna want to do is basically like drag your mouse along all these files until it selects all of them. And now we just have to wait for it to select all of the files. Here it's almost done. Okay, so we have all of the files selected. Now go right click and copy these files. So all of these files are now copied. Then we're gonna go into transgame, cooked PC, and we're gonna paste all of these files right here. So just go and click paste, and it tells us it asks us if we want to replace the files. If you backed up your game files, as I've said before, you can replace them as you won't really lose anything. So basically we now have to wait for it to replace the files with the vanilla PS3 files. So this could take a bit, but we'll wait. So yeah, we'll wait for it to finish. It's halfway done. So 75% complete. Yeah, this is taking a while, but it's almost there. Yeah. Okay. It's almost at 100%. Finally. So basically, it pastes in the vanilla PS3 files, and it also pastes in some additional files, such as these right here. Yeah, once we have that done, we could go here and check if there is anything else to say. Yeah, so that is required to load the textures for the DLC characters in the campaign. Note all the DLC characters do not work as NPCs in the campaign. This mod contains the following. For the Decepticons, Demolisher replaces Megatron and Brawl. Onslaught replaces Soundwave. Shockwave replaces Starscream. Dead End replaces Barricade and Breakdown. And I also forgot to mention Slipstream here, but she replaces Thundercracker and Skywarp. For the Autobots, Zeta Prime replaces Optimus Prime. Scattershot replaces Ratchet and Warpath. Jazz replaces Bumblebee and Ironhide. And RC replaces Sideswipe. Yeah, I also tried to match vehicle weapons. Like for Demolisher, since he has a tank, I chose Megatron and Brawl to be replaced with him, since they have the same vehicle weapons. And the bindings are the free camera mod, the X and Alt keys at the same time, God mode, G and Alt, and F1 to toggle the HUD. And I already read through the bugs, so we don't really need this file anymore. We could go into our binaries and launch War for Cybertron. So we'll wait for it to launch, and then we can test out the mod. So yeah, I was getting a lot of questions on how to install the mod, and the characters are appearing with black textures. It's because you did not install the mod properly. For those people who downloaded the mod and didn't install it properly, this video will be released, and it will basically go over everything you need to know on how to install the mod and how to use it. So here we are in the game. We're here in the game, so basically just skip all of these intro videos. Okay, so here we are. Basically go into the campaign and go to chapter select. And to start the game, we'll basically go to whatever chapter. Here we can go, I don't know. First we'll test out Megatron. So we'll wait for it to load in. And yeah, the textures work. So I'll showcase Demolisher right now. So yeah, there he is. There's Demolisher. And he is replacing Megatron, and he does not have any black textures. So yeah, the mod works. Demolisher replaces Megatron in every chapter of the Decepticon campaign, just so you know. Okay. Then, I'll test out, Barricade and see if he's replaced with Dead End. So basically just go to Barricade and select. Now we have to wait for it to load in again. And here we are. Dead End fully replaces Barricade in the chapter. So there is Dead End, and he's one of my favorite Stunticons. He looks very cool in this game. But yeah, there he is, basically. And I forgot to showcase the vehicle modes, but I'll do that right here. So, for the vehicle mode, it has Dead End's custom transforming animations. So basically, like, angle the camera, and there, so Dead End is basically right there. His vehicle mode looks very cool. One of my favorite vehicle modes in the entire game, but it looks pretty cool. Yeah, so next we'll test out Demolisher for Brawl, and then we can move on to the second chapter. So basically go to Quick Game. And go into the first chapter, go into this checkpoint, and select Brawl. So, yeah, Demolisher should also replace Brawl. Yup. Okay, so I forgot to showcase Demolisher's vehicle mode when playing as Megatron, but basically it has his custom transform animations. I'll try to get a good angle. But basically this is the vehicle mode. Yeah, it's a pretty nice vehicle mode. It looks pretty cool. Yep. So, and yeah, all weapons work the same. And also, you can also fire the tank cannon, double jump, and you know. So basically, that's that for the DLC characters in the first chapter. For the second chapter, we have Shockwave as Starscream, and Slipstream as Skywarp and Thundercracker. So we'll first show off Shockwave. So we'll wait for it to load in. Okay, so here we are, and there is Shockwave. He looks pretty cool. Okay. And one thing also, since the DLC characters replace a specific character, that character's voice lines are no longer in the game until you uninstall the mod. So yeah, basically, you would need to uninstall the mod if you want the original characters and the voice lines to be here. Since the DLC characters replaced regular characters, the voice lines of the regular characters are not present. So here's Shockwave. He is one of my favorite designs. I prefer the WFC textures more than the FOC textures, because here he looks way more cooler, in my opinion. But yeah, basically, I'll show off his melee, and he also has his slingshot on his left arm, as you can see. And that slingshot right there is not an actual, like, gun, but it's actually used for melee, as you can see. So it's basically used for melee. So yeah. Basically, now his vehicle mode. The vehicle mode has very low res textures because of the is because of the game. But yeah, here's the vehicle mode. It also has the same jet weapons, such as the jet machine guns. It also has the jet rockets. Yeah. So that's basically it for Shockwave in this chapter. So basically now we'll go and test out Slipstream, say on Skywarp instead of Skywarp. So this checkpoint and just select Skywarp. We don't really need to test out the same character like tons of times if it replaces like two different characters. So yeah, so basically here's Slipstream. She also replaces Thundercracker right here. So let me just get into free cam. So there she is. And yeah, the vehicle mode, I would actually need to like fly down. But yeah, this is the vehicle mode, as you can see. So yeah, that's Slipstream. We don't need to showcase her as Thundercracker, so we can just move on to the next chapter. In the next chapter, I just find a good checkpoint. Yeah, this is good. We won't be showcasing Megatron and Breakdown since we already showcased Dead End and Demolisher. So basically the only new character here, the only new DLC character here is replacing Soundwave. So we'll select Soundwave, wait for the level to load in. And yeah, so this could take a while. Here we are. So Onslaught replaces Soundwave. So yeah, let me just get into a good like free cam angle. And yeah, there's our boy Onslaught. He has very different textures from his Fall of Cybertron model. But yeah, there's Onslaught. His vehicle mode, it's the truck vehicle mode. So yeah, and basically he has the truck rockets. And yeah, there are some glitches. For the textures of the DLC characters. It's because the textures weren't really converted from the PS3 files. So there are bound to be a few bugs in the textures, but I'm glad that we have the textures working. So yeah, basically that's it for the Decepticons. And yeah, because of the glitches in the textures, for some DLC characters, the overshield textures are gonna look a bit glitchy. So yeah, we can basically move on to the Autobot campaign. I'll showcase this one. First I'll select Optimus. So Zeta Prime replaces Optimus. So we'll wait for it to load in. Here we are. So basically here's Zeta Prime. He replaces Optimus. And yeah. And the vehicle mode for Zeta Prime is this kind of truck car hybrid kind of vehicle. But yeah, and basically he has the same truck rockets. So yeah, that's basically it for Optimus. So now basically we'll go back to chapter select. And then we'll test out Bumblebee. Jazz replaces Bumblebee. So yeah, and here is our boy Jazz. Fully in the campaign. There he is. There he is. So yeah, and his vehicle mode is basically the same as Fall of Cybertron. It's just that they use different kinds of textures, so yeah. But basically there's our boy Jazz. Yeah. Then we'll go and showcase Ratchet. So Ratchet, and we'll select Ratchet. And basically Scattershot replaces Ratchet and Warpath. So here we have Scattershot. So here he is. And yeah, some textures have this weird bug where in some places they appear like they're very dark. That's just a glitch with certain DLC textures. It's because of the lighting of certain levels. But basically, the textures are there. And the tank is, well, Scattershot's tank. And yeah, his vehicle mode has this glitch in particular, where the tank has like this weird kind of black square or shadow under it. It's just a glitch that happens with him. I don't know what's causing it, but, you know. That's basically our boy Scattershot. So we can move on to the next chapter, in which we'll showcase only Sideswipe, because RC replaces him, and he's basically the only new character that appears in the next chapter. What's a good checkpoint? I don't know. I don't know. Basically get this one, and I'll select Sideswipe. And here we are. There's our C. I mean, she kind of was a DLC character, but she was also like featured alongside Slipstream and Escalation, and with the other like DLC characters. But yeah, basically here she is. And yeah, the vehicle mode is this one. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. So yeah, there's her vehicle mode. So yeah, we can basically move on to the next chapter. Okay, so that's chapter 8. Here we can showcase like Ironhide as Jazz, you know, just to test the mod and see if it works properly. Yeah, so it works properly. Yeah, but basically Ironhide is Jazz here. I don't really need to get into free cam, as I already showcased him as Bumblebee. But yeah, so we'll basically get out of this chapter, and Scattershot also replaces Warpath, so I'll go and showcase him as well. Just in a short bit. Warpath, and yeah, so basically the vehicle weapons for the DLC characters don't change. Weird how here the shadow doesn't exist. Why? Here it's like a regular shadow. There is no glitch like in the 6th chapter. I don't know why. But basically he still has his like vehicle weapons. Robot mode weapons also work. And yeah, everything also melee. And you know. So basically for the 9th chapter, I didn't really replace the aerial bots with any DLC characters, so they just stay the same. And basically for the 10th chapter, you have these 2 checkpoints. I'll basically go to the first one just to showcase the God mode binding as Bumblebee, aka Jazz, if this mod is installed, which it is. So yeah, I'll basically play through this chapter. But yeah, basically those are all the DLC characters. So
Decepticon is as tough as they come. If he is still alive, your weapons won't damage his armor. You'll have better luck targeting his weapon systems. Thanks for the tip, Silverbolt. We'll be careful.
okay. So basically I'll just play through this chapter. Just to, you know, showcase one of the DLC characters in the campaign. So here we have Ratchet. He'll open this, and basically I'll show the issue with the overshields. So there we have the overshields. I'll basically pick up those health grenades, and the overshields have some glitched textures. And Jazz is a prime example of that. Because of his DLC textures, his overshield textures are also bugged, and I don't know what the cause of that is. So yeah, basically we have some weapons here. So the repair ray is over there, but I don't know who uses that. Here we have the thermal rocket launcher or the neutron assault rifle. I'll pick up the thermal rocket launcher, as we already have better vehicle weapons than the neutron assault rifle. So I'll just continue onward. Okay. Here we also have a magma frag launcher, but I need to stick with my I forgot what this gun is called. The battle pistol, I think. So yeah, basically we'll snipe this. Yeah, the Energon Battle Pistol. Now, I would grab the Scrap Maker. Actually, I'll grab the Scrap Maker instead. And there's a Shard Crate over here that we can get, just to power up our ability a little bit. So basically, I'll go hide here while he does his attacks. And then I'll use the Energon Battle Pistol to blast the batteries that will be coming out of there once we pull the levers. Or not the levers, the buttons. Push the buttons. So, yeah, we'll wait for him to finish his first few attacks. Okay, so we already got the prompt to get to the first lever. Or not the lever. Button. So we'll basically press that. And now we need to head to the opposite side of the... And yeah. Basically I need to snipe those. Okay, there's one. There's the second one. Oh yeah, and why am I hiding? I literally forgot that I have God mode. Okay. And as you can see, God mode works. Okay, here's the second lever. Now I'll head to the opposite side. Right here. And basically with the Energon Battle Pistol, just snipe the batteries. And that's finished. Yeah. Okay, so I'll, oh, that's a null ray. I mean, we don't really need to watch through this cutscene since Jazz doesn't really appear in it, so I don't know. I don't really want to grab the null ray. I mean, it is better in my opinion than this. Okay, so basically just dash to the side. There we go. And his tail will basically target the side that you're currently on. Why is nothing happening? Oh yeah, that's because of the glitch. So basically I would restart from last checkpoint and see if that works.
Autobots, Decepticon is about to attack. Be ready for anything.
Okay, he's gonna smash that side. Oh yeah. In the God mode, if God mode is enabled, he'll still damage my overshield. I mean, that's totally fine if he can't damage me. Okay, so now it works. There we go. So basically I recommend vehicle weapons, as they make short work of these. Oh no, I went to the wrong side. Quickly! And somehow God mode isn't enabled, so I have to re-enable it. Okay. Okay. Now we need to just aim at this. Okay, that's done. And yeah, basically Jazz doesn't appear in this cutscene as well, so we'll just skip it. And somehow that teleports me. I'm not sure why. Oh, that does tons of damage. Oh yeah, and Dark Energon spiders are here. But you basically get the idea of how the mod looks like and how to install it. So yeah. This is basically the second phase of the final fight. Okay, I'm out of ammo. I grabbed the scrap maker just in case, but since we have the vehicle weapons, it should be way easier. There are tons of these Dark Energon spiders. Okay, so I'm low on ammo, so I need to go get some more. There we go. These Dark Energon spiders are so annoying. But basically, let's finish off this boss fight. Okay. So we're back up here. He's moving around too much. There we go. But yeah, Jazz also doesn't appear in these cutscenes, or any DLC character in fact, so we'll just skip through these. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If you liked it, then, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.